Oh, there we go. Cheers. Well, I guess I'll start it like this. Hope everyone's having a great day. You're chilling with Smash. This is probably going to be a thing again. I'm going to start the Let's Get Smash podcast. We're going to have some guests on and chill, talk about gardens and whatever, honestly. Same rules apply. Follow your local laws for your cannabis consumptions and what growing. This show is educational and entertainment purposes only. We're pretty much all dummies and figments of your imagination. So if you want any questions, you can ask. Instagram for Smash20. We got a couple people that are going to be chilling with us tonight. I got Dirty Indica, and then we got Steelbird, the Rockhound himself. So let me see if I can share this screen. Share. Oh, that works. All right. So let's go down here. Let's just shut this camera off, and I'll stay in this little window, I guess. That works. So what's up, guys?
Not a damn thing.
Say what's up. Tell them your Instagrams.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Rockhound on Instagram. One word.
Dirty, what's yours?
On Instagram, on Dirty Indica 9.
Okay. So yeah, we got Dirty and Steelbird chilling. I gotta move these. These girls are pissed off. Like, they're super light. They're unhappy. They're drinking so much water. So we're gonna be putting these in a fucking 3-gallon pot that's already ready. I'll show you the roots and stuff. We'll see how that looks. Dirty actually sent me some labs, which is lactobacillus, and I wanted him to kind of go over how he made it. So that's why he's like chilling with us and stuff. So because that's honestly one of the best beneficial things. Everyone's starting to use labs now, and it's starting to make a big difference. So I figured have him come on and have another channel where if you come across it, you'll be able to figure it out yourself. Oh shit! Hold on, cover for me for a couple seconds. I gotta go grab a tray.
It's natural farming, lactate acid bacteria. It can be found on the University of Hawaii at Manoa, and I probably butchered that name. It's N-A with the line above the A, N-O-A. And it tells you everything you need to know about making labs, which we're going to go over the way that I do it here with Smash Gets Bash.
Yeah, okay. You can go over it, man. Good. I'm just transferring. I'll show the roots off while you're going over it.
Okay, cool. So basically, I take some rice, maybe about a cup of rice. I don't actually measure it, but I take some rice. It's about a cup. I put it in a bowl. I'll cover that rice with water, and then I'll agitate the rice in the water till the water gets cloudy. Then I'll pour off the cloudy water into like a mason jar till there's about 2/3 of that jar is filled up. Then I'll put like a paper towel over the mouth of a jar, and then like a rubber band over that. I label it with the date, and that is rice water. Then I'll let it sit from anywhere, depending on the temperature. It will take about 3 to 5 days for it to become cloudy, and you'll get a semi-matted solid substance on the top of your liquid. I'll pour off the cloudy liquid, and try not to get any of the solid material into that. I'll pour that into another mason jar. And then I'll add, say, if there's 1 cup of labs of the cloudy liquid that I made from the rice rinse water, then I would add 10 cups of milk to that. And I would do the same thing. I would put that in a like a glass container. So it's 10. It's a 1 parts lab to 10 parts of milk.
Okay.
And then you put that in your container of choice. You can use a plastic container if you want. I would suggest something that has a pretty good sized mouth on it or opening.
Get a
versus
beaker.
like a milk jug. Yeah. And then go ahead and put that your another paper towel over the top. Label it as this could be your lab culture, so you want to date it and label it, and you'll basically do the same thing as you did, or I do the same thing as I did with the rice rinse water. I put the paper towel over the mouth, put a rubber band over that, make sure it's dated, labeled, what it is. I'll put it back in a cool, dark place and let that sit for another 3 to 5 days, depending on the temperature. And you'll get a separation of your curds. You can make cheese out of that if you wanted to, or use it for other purposes on the top, and you'll get a yellow liquid in the middle, and then you'll get some on the bottom. You want to separate the curds from that yellow liquid. The yellow liquid is your labs. That you want to collect that, and you want to try not to get any of the solid material in that when you collect it. So if you're pouring it off and get a little bit of that material in it, then you can use some cheesecloth, just strain it again, get that out. That will be your labs. And then from there, you'll want to take your labs and you'll say, if you use gallons, and there's a ratio that is provided in the information for you on how to mix your labs with water. The easiest conversion for me is 1 gallon of water and I would add 4 milliliters of lab to that. And that would be my ratio of 1,000 to 1, or 1 to 1,000, I guess is how you're supposed to say it.
Yeah, 1 to 1,000.
Yeah. So, and that's the labs that I use. I use that for cleaning. I put it in the water that I feed my plants with. I use it to take care of algae blooms. Like if I flooded a pot for some reason and like my fabric pot gets an algae bloom, I can spray it on there. It will take care of it in just a few days. It's a good preventative to keep algae bloom from popping up. You can just spray it on your fabric pots. I use it in the soil. I use it for cleaning. And there's probably several ways or many more other ways to use it that I just don't know about.
Yeah, I've heard people using it in barns for their like manure smells and stuff. So it's very, like, no matter what, it's just very beneficial to the soil. Like I'm adding labs right now. I'm down here. Like he said, I did his exact. I'm using Dirty Indica's labs, actually. We're going to call them Dirty Labs. And I did his exact. He sent me, I don't know, probably a half-gallon jug of a culture. And I use what he just said, 1 to 1,000, which is 4 milliliters into a gallon. And right now, I'm watering in because I've had every once in a while there's some I'm working my soil to make it more dominant in my systems. So I want my soil to be able to outcompete almost everything that goes into my soil. So if there's something bad like fungal or bacteria, I want my soil to be able to outcompete it no matter what. And that's what these labs are becoming really good for. They will help outcompete bad things in your soil and or other places. But yeah, we're inoculating these 3-gallon pots. This is their first inoculation with it. These are lumpys cut apple fritters. So not many people have this cut. So I'm trying to take as good care of it as I can. That's why I'm using labs. Also, it just feels like the next step of progression in the soil web. Is just figuring out what microbes and what's working, I guess I would say. But yeah, Steelbird, what were you were talking about? Super labs too. That's just pretty much labs with spirulina.
Yeah. Dirty, I think, has a recipe for that. I can pull up Tonics or Instagram, but he has a good post about it. But yeah.
Let me see if I can pull that up.
Because Super Labs is pretty much exactly what Dirty said. It just adds spirulina to the mix, and it's supposed to be.
Yeah, you'll want to keep your curds because you'll use your curds from your labs in your super labs. So you'll go ahead and retain after you've strained off your curds from your yellow lab, you'll want to retain that so that you can use it if you want to make super labs. It'll be necessary there.
Yeah, these. It honestly really is such a beneficial thing into the soil web, and there's so many other uses. So yeah, Steelbird showing Super Labs, and that's from a good friend, Potemponics. He's got a YouTube channel, also, where he spreads a lot of good information.
Yes, this is the same one that I have.
What was I gonna say? So, what other things with the lacto? What other things could you add in to help it culture, or how do you keep a culture? What's the best way to store it and stuff?
A very good question because I actually left that out. If you're going to store it and you're going to use it up within the next 6 months, you can go ahead and put it in the refrigerator. Put a lid. You can put a lid on it, but leave it loose because it's going to off-gas. So leave the lid loose. If you can't store it in the refrigerator or you don't want to, you can add the same amount of brown sugar in weight as labs that you have for storage. Let me actually check that, make sure that is correct.
It's funny. I don't really like curdled milk and stuff. It makes my stomach twist. But the stuff he sent me, it has the little curdled milk smell, but it's not that bad.
Yeah, it's actually not that bad of a smell when you're making it.
They're dripping. Oh my God.
Actually gonna use some spirulina just to see how it works. Just add some to water and water.
Well, it is a superfood, man. So I don't see there really being many bad things it could do. Because spirulina has been like the new top algae everyone puts in their energy drinks and stuff, or not energy smoothies and shit. God damn it! I spilled the water. All right. So the apple fritter is moved into 3 gallons.
Yeah, if you're going to store it outside the refrigerator, you want to put an equal amount of brown sugar to the weight of the labs that you have. Now, that would be minus the jar. And then you just want to store it in a cool, dark place.
Okay. So, yeah, I have mine in a cabinet. I'll probably end up putting it in the fridge, though.
That's what I put it in the fridge, and then I generally have used it up by that 6 months. Now, when you're making your next set of labs, take a few drops of the old labs and use that. Once you've taken your rinse water and you put it in there, you can put a couple drops in there, and then it will help get the process going a lot quicker.
Yeah. Okay. So that
I don't
honestly,
know if you've been able to answer this, Dirty. So when you're doing the labs, you're not really adding anything to make the labs. So it's just pulling the labs out of the air, right? That's naturally in your environment. The lactic acid bacteria.
I'm not sure if it pulls it out of the air, the rice water, or exactly how that it actually works.
I don't either.
To be honest, no, I'm not adding anything to it other than the rice and the water, and then, like I say, I'll put a couple drops of labs in there, and that's it.
Yeah. So let's say you're like the bottle you sent me, it's getting low, and I want to make more labs. So I would take that culture, and all I do is pretty much reculture and put it in another container, right?
Yeah, just take a few drops of what you got there and just add it to your rinse water. Once you put it in the container, once you separate it from the rice, put it, whatever you. I just put 4 or 5 drops into the container to get it started. Let it do its thing for 3 to 5 days. Collect the cloudy water, and then move on to phase 2, where I add 1 part of labs or the cloudy water to 10 parts of milk to get my separation for the labs.
Okay.
The adding the few drops of labs to when you're making the culture seems to make a better culture than when I didn't add it.
Okay. Interesting. I really like the idea. I know there's other people like this. Like, some people can't even, like, how do I say this? Like, if you're gagging, they'll throw up too. You know what I mean? They have such a sensitive stomach. I'm kind of like that. If, like, I don't mind, like, smells in particularly, like, you gagging wouldn't make me throw up, but, like, anything that I think is gross, like the trash or something, like, I'll throw up instantly. That's kind of why I've always stayed away from making it.
Yeah, that's how you tell. It should have a slight sour okay. Once you've taken your rice water and you've let it sit for the 3 to 5 days, it will have a slight sour smell to it. And then you add your milk. It will become more of a. It's kind of a semi sour to me. That's the way I notice it. But you'll know by the color. You get that yellow. It's got a yellow tint to it, and if you get the paper, if you go to the website, it shows a good picture in the information at the University of Hawaii of what your labs will look like when they're finished.
I use a lot of UMass Amherst. They put out a lot of papers, and they're the ones that, if you want to send a soil sample to, you can send it to UMass Amherst on the East Coast. And it's not that bad. It's like $20. And then, I mean, all said and done, you're probably paying like $40 for a sample. So that's pretty interesting because like I kind of want to add the labs and start like keep inoculating the soils with different stuff, and hopefully I can send it out to Amherst and see what microbes are actually cultured in my soil, because I'm hoping to start two 2x4 beds, living soil beds, so I don't have to keep, like, I don't know, I use my soil, like I consistently use my soil over and over again, but not indoors. Usually what happens is indoors I use it for one run and then it goes outside for the outdoor garden, because I grow both indoor and outdoor. So I kind of want to. Go ahead.
If you're going to reuse your soil for like a no-till type setup, where you're going to have the soil in a bed for years potentially, something like labs would definitely be a good idea to suppress any kind of soil-borne pathogen type situation.
Okay. So, yeah. We've been going for already almost 25 minutes. So let's stop. Let's take a dab, smoke something. Thank you, Dirty, for coming on. I'm going to be starting a show. I've been looking at like the schedules of like the cannabis community and stuff. And Thursday seems like a day that there's not much going on during the day. Really. So I'm bringing back the Let's Get Smashed probably for like an hour, like 5:30, 6:30 maybe, Eastern Standard Time on Thursdays. But yeah, so let's all take a fucking hit. What are you guys smoking on?
I'm gonna dab some Razzle Dazzle live resin.
The Razzle Dazzle. This is, what is this? Purple Sunset R2BX. It's okay. The cookies and cream was way better. What about you, Steelbear? What are you smoking on?
The same bud I've been smoking on for months. It's a Pakistani crossed to an OG, crossed to a Mazar. Can't wait to harvest.
Yeah, me either. That's another thing. I actually just got an iPhone 13 Pro that I can use and start making videos with. So this next harvest, I'm definitely going to document. I have a bunch of plants coming down, and like Steelbird, I'm hoping me and Steelbird can come on and harvest live together. You know what I mean? Just hope of the sorts. Because we're going to be done right about the same time.
Yeah, I think I'm just 2 days behind you.
Damn. I gotta take clones of this soon. And then when I do harvest, the apple fritter's going in next. At least I hope so. Damn it. Why are growers shower's so, like, I know taking the fucking shroud off my fan, I'm gonna hurt myself, but we still do it anyways.
Well, yeah, it feels like it doubles the amount of heat that comes out of it. Really.
Oh yeah. That's why I do it, because it honestly, I think helps way, like, I think it helps a lot. I gotta extend this tent a little bit, I think. I'm running out of room. I don't think the clone's gonna make it, by the way. I think it's just been too cold.
Is that the one we took the day on?
Yeah, we took some bets on the clone, and I think I should have had it on a heat mat or something. I think the water was getting too cold because it looks like it's like unhappy.
Now maybe if you heat the water up, it might pull out. But yeah, it's probably way behind.
But I don't know. I'd say like 4 to 5 inches away of a HLG 100. Think that's fine?
Might be too much light for it.
I'm trying to figure out how I can stretch it. Oh, I know how. If I cut I'd have to make a cut right here and pretty much what can I do? I think I should have some more. Let's see. Let's give it a little relief cut and see if I can get it to come up some more. Yeah, I built this tent, and I wasn't planning on keeping things in here that long, but I got the apple fritter in, and fucking I wanted to make sure I could keep it. All right, so I should be about that should work for a little bit. I'm about 10 inches away now. So
yeah, what did you say you were about 4 inches before?
yeah, 4 or 5.
Yeah, when I usually do it, I take the cut, I'll stick it in like a glass of water and just stick it on the floor in my flower tent, and they seem to do all right.
I got this thing bulged up like crazy.
But when I'm doing that, I'm not actually trying to root it. I'm just, sexing the plant.
Is it showing my screen by chance?
Can we say that again?
Yeah, your
Is it
screen's
showing my screen?
yeah, we can see it.
Yes.
That's all. Sorry.
That's okay. I'm trying to figure out what to do. Should I just bend these down? Maybe.
I don't know. I can't see yours.
Yeah, I know. I have the video on the little I can't have both of them going.
Okay.
Yeah, that should work. I have it probably I don't know, 6 inches away. So like the light was like 5, 6 maybe, but now I pulled it up as high as it would go, as much as the plastic would stretch, and it's probably about like 10 inches away from the top of the plants now. I honestly think it was too close, but I might end up having to cut out like right here and cutting like this board around it so it keeps it kind of sealed for light, but have the ballast hanging out kind of.
Are you talking about like making a hole in the top of your tent that your ballast can stick out of?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
Okay.
Just a little bit. Give me some relief cuts because like it's actually pulling off the top.
Are you just going to cut like a flap and hold it back, or just cut the whole area out?
Just a little flap. I just don't want it to be. I want there to be able to have some airflow on the other side of the board. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's right up against plastic right now.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, it's right up against plastic. So I'm trying to make it to where it's up against the plastic, but there's still some airflow going through it. Then we'll take this, cut it like this. Yep, that works. Here, this down. So I cut off the top. I'll show you guys after once we jump off. We'll go one more minute. Yeah, so I cut off the top, and now there's a hole in here to give it some relief. And I cut a board, and it's hanging over because I still do go to sleep in here. But yeah, shit, there's been someone chilling with us. I don't really know who it is. I think it might be D or maybe Calmag, Captain Calmag. Oh yeah.
I just want to take this opportunity to plug the Fumdor Discord.
Oh yeah, before we go. So yeah, what we're on right now is Fumidor City of Gold, I believe it's called. Fumidor Discord. I'll put a link in my bio. Yeah, I'll put a link in my bio, an invitation to the Discord if you wanna come hang out. You'll find either Dirty, me, or Steelbird in the room most of the freaking day. One of us is chilling. So yeah, I'll put a link in the bio. Make sure to add my Instagram, 4smashed20. My TikTok, same thing, 4smashed20. And then, yeah, before we go, what say your guys' stuff again?
I just wanted to say real quick, is there a way to add a link to the website where I got this information from so that they can get a hold of it if they want to?
Yeah, so I can put that in the description as well. I'll go back in and edit it. Just send it to me on Discord.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, Dirty's gonna provide a link that you guys can go to if you see this video. and want to learn about labs and stuff, that's where he got a lot of his information. So the link will be in the bio. What's your Instagram, Dirty, again?
It's Dirty Indica 9.
Is that it, or you got a YouTube or anything?
Yeah, it's Dirty Indica 9 on YouTube, Cannabis, and then you'll find me more on Discord than Instagram. I don't do a whole lot. I'm thinking about doing more, but I haven't done much for it. But mainly Cannabis and Discord is where I'm at the most.
All right, weird. I need to get back on Cannabis. I have one. It's just, when you have so many accounts, dude, you kind of lose some of them. What about you, Steelbeard?
Rock Hound, all one word, on Instagram or on the Foom Door Discord. It's where you will find me.
All right. Cheers, everyone. I hope you have a great day. This upcoming, it's Monday. Yeah. So this Thursday, I'll do a show probably around 5:30, 6:30. I'll figure out a good time. Check the Instagram or the TikTok, and you'll probably get the time and date. Have a great night. Be safe. Stay high.